All right, welcome back. So today I want to talk about a new build that I recently printed from Maker World, and this is a wireless charging dock for the iPhone series. What's interesting about this one is it's using a wireless charging MagSafe puck. Some interesting things to note. I think the print for this one took about 6 hours in the Bamboo Lab A1. I printed it out separately, so I printed it out in black, in a black PLA. And then for the accent color, I printed it out in a wood PLA, a light wood color. I'd say that from my review for the build process or the print process, I think it went fairly well. The only trouble that I had initially was figuring out how to fix the sides here. The sides here, you have to remove the supports that are inside the holes. So I did that with a grabber tool. And then I, removed that. Getting this in was fairly easy. I think if you add some sort of lubricant, maybe that'll make it a little easier, so it won't be so noisy. But essentially, this part comes out, and it prints separately, but it lodges in, and when you press it in, it dislodges the iPhone that you have in here. Now, one thing to remember with this charger is that you have to use a very strong adhesive for this MagSafe, because as you know, the MagSafes are pretty strong for the iPhone. So when you do put that in, you're gonna wanna use a pretty strong adhesive. I don't know if the adhesive that I had was strong enough, but I gave it an extra day to dry. I can't show you in the video right now because I'm using my phone to record. But essentially you would just lodge it there. One interesting thing about this is, of course, your iPhone will go into dock mode if you're familiar with iPhones and that feature. It has a handy little handle here, and it reminds me so much of those MCM style, mid-century style radios. Or alarm clocks. So it's a really nice, quick build. It did come with feet that I glued on. And honestly, it was just a very solid dock. This I purchased separately, of course, and added in later, but I would recommend this. Just make sure you have the right adhesive that can work for it. Yeah. And of course, ways to remix this. If you wanted to if you had a way to include a Bluetooth stereo for this area and this area, that might improve things. But yeah, so you might be able to put speakers here and make it Bluetooth. Other than that, that might be a worthy remix. Other than that, I'd give this a 10 out of 10. Any other improvements? I might have just printed out a way to add some plastic to the top to stop this from slipping out as much, so it's not as reliant on the adhesive versus the MagSafe. So maybe an improvement would be having some sort of latch that you can attach that won't interfere with the charging, but would still, secure it to the base. So yeah, that's my print for the week. And let me know what else you would like for me to print. And let me get some other shots, some side shots, sorry. It fell off the stand. Let me get some shots from different angles so that we can appreciate it. The backing I just didn't clean. It's just full of glue. That's my bad. I just didn't clean that, but overall a solid print. And yeah, very enjoyable build.